Hey, good afternoon, my YouTube family. This is your host, Aaron here. This is Times with the Narcissist Explained. Those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. Okay, it's a little bit rainy out here where I'm from. Those of you who want to do one-on-one coaching with me, the email will be in the description box below. If anyone who wants to donate to the channel, the link to the PayPal is also in the description box as well. I just want to thank you all for you all's support, encouraging me to keep going. And I had it in my spirit to talk about another hot topic. You know, like I said before, we could talk about narcissism and things like that, but what's more important to me is talking about the situation that everybody's faced with worldwide, not just in America, but worldwide. You know, I may talk about America because this is where I'm currently at for the time being, but everything I do talk about does apply worldwide as well. Okay, so the topic of today is we're going to talk about judgment. Okay, now when we're talking about judgment, we're talking about judgment for just the whole world, okay? Every so many years, the tectonic plates underneath us, they shift. They move the land around. This is all natural, okay? It's the same thing that happened with Pangea. Those of you who remember Pangea, where all the continents were one. Well, there's a time when, catastrophic destruction hit. People died in the process, and the lands were shifted into different places. Okay. This happens when a new Earth is formed. The Earth doesn't stay the same. The continents don't stay the same. Nothing stays the same. Everything shifts. And recently, a lot of volcanoes have been erupting in a lot of places around the world. And now, if anybody who are familiar with the Kolbrin Bible, okay, it talks about in the Book of Creation where there's days when lots of disastrous events happen. And it also talks about this this planetary body called Planet X, or in the Kolbrin Bible they call it the Destroyer. Okay. When the Destroyer shows up, it shows up with hot molten rocks, pretty much asteroids. It's almost as if, they call it the Big Bang, or some sort of oncoming destruction. This would be considered an extinction level event, okay? And when you deal with an extinction level event, a lot of humanity will not survive, okay? So, judgment is on the earth. It's coming really soon. Okay? The land is going to rock back and forth. The waters are going to start rising. The tides are going to start rising. Tsunamis are going to happen in so many different places. Because when a tsunami forms, it happens when two tectonic plates rub against each other and causes an earthquake under the water that sends a shock wave. And then you see waves that are like, what? 1,000-foot waves. 1,000-foot wave is really huge. It'll flood New York, the whole New York City, in no time. Okay. Those who are in Florida, if 1,000-foot wave from the East Coast, most of the Atlantic was to hit the East Coast. Anybody who's on the East Coast are going to be underwater, pretty much. Okay. So, mountainous regions are a good place to be. Okay. So, when we're talking about judgment, all right. See, people had faith in this country and people had faith in other countries worldwide that things were going to last you know, we have another 100 years on this planet. And, you know, life is temporary, man. Let me let down some window. Life is temporary. And, nothing stays the same, not even the continents. The earth goes through its changes. If you all are familiar with astronomy says that it's the way the stars align dictates the behaviors of the inhabitants on the planet. So the reason why there's been a lot of killing, the reason why there's been a lot of chaos, is because we were in the age of Pisces for a few thousand years. Okay, the age of Pisces is a time of conflict, bloodshed, a host of many other things. So now things are changing. We're heading into the age of Aquarius. And you know, you notice that a lot of people are dying this year. A lot more people are gonna die. You know, the wicked time is short, y'all. The wicked's time is short. They had their fun run. They've been doing this for hundreds of years, maybe even thousands of years, since the age of Pisces had began. And they have been doing all kinds of stuff to humanity, man. And I just want to let y'all know, you all are beautiful people. You all are amazing people. We are just born in the most fucked up time in history right now. Because before it gets better, it has to crumble first. And unfortunately, a lot of people ain't gonna make it out of this. Alright? So, I just want to let y'all know that judgment is coming to the earth. Okay? Time is running short. The reason why I said in my other video, prepare, because before it's like, imagine this. Imagine a great demonic evil that know that time is running short. So now they want to kill as many people as they can, take as many people down with them as they can. You know? And then some of them are gonna, they're well prepared. They'll hide out, you know, in their little bunkers and stuff. But to me, a bunker is probably the worst place you want to be, because if this Planet X comes through, aka Nibiru, if that comes through and it starts dropping asteroids on the Earth in the midst of all this chaos, that means people who are underground, they're gonna get caved in, literally, and it won't be pretty. It won't be pretty at all. So, you know, one thing I can tell y'all is one thing to be an evil person and to change your ways, but it's another thing to be evil, know you're evil, and still do evil. See, now it doesn't mean that even if you was evil before, it doesn't mean you're not gonna atone for the things you've done, you know, but it's another thing to just continue to just terrorize humanity day in and day out. You know, traumatize people, terrorize people, steal from people, oppress people, tear people down, make people feel hopeless, feed us foods that limit our true abilities, because we all have 7 chakra points. And if we're eating all these nasty foods and stuff, that's what hinders us. You know, we were being fed poison most of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Generations, we've been fed poison. You know, so this is why judgment has to come. A lot of people are going to perish. It's unfortunate, you know. And like I was saying in my other videos, there are going to be trucks and stuff. They're going to come. They're going to try to take you all to these facilities. And if you have kids, they'll pull your kids away from you. If you look at a movie called Crazies, I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, you'll see what I'm talking about. I had a vision about that a few days ago. That's what's coming, y'all. You know, there's a malevolent evil that wants to get rid of every last one of us. And I just want to say, you all are beautiful people. We're born in the most craziest times right about now. So the only message I have for you all is you have to believe in revolution, man. And you have to stand by revolution. Revolution is not going to be given to us. If it was up to these pigs, they'll keep us oppressed as long as they could. They'll keep us under their thumb as long as they could. They'll keep us over here fighting to pay rent and pay bills as long as they could. You know, the earth is a huge land. There's food growing freely, but they're going to charge me at a store to have something that's grown freely. You go to the store, you buy coconuts, but you look in your neighborhood, you got coconuts growing in your tree, growing in those trees. You know, all this land where you can grow strawberries and things like that. But they want to charge you for that. All this water, but they're going to charge you for water. And people are okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to tell you, man, the way of life that we've known all this time is about to change. The earth is changing, y'all. Even ourselves, we're changing. We're about to, some of us are going to elevate to an even higher level of spirituality. You know? The only thing is, a lot of us gonna have to shed this physical body, you know. But at the same time, don't just lay down and die. That's all I'm telling y'all. Don't just lay down and die, y'all, because that's what they want. They want us to just be sheep led to the slaughter, like many people have been. You know. See, the problem is, we know they're coming. We know wicked is coming, but the problem is, we don't know how wicked this enemy is. When you go to war, the one thing you don't want to do is step into an ambush. All right, stepping into an ambush could be potentially fatal. That happened many times to a lot of troops in Afghanistan. They walked into some unknown territory and they got ambushed by many fighters, or they call them terrorists, and many soldiers lost their lives because of that. All right. So that's the only problem that we have, is not knowing our enemy. But the only thing we got to rely on is the Most High, is the divine source. You know, our ancestors, they're with us. The wicked folks, they're about to perish, and they're trying to drag as many people down with them as they can. That's their judgment. When you start seeing the land being ripped apart, when certain places around the world, the land starts shaking, people, you know, being rattled in their sleep. The Bible says that judgment will come like a thief in the night. Like a thief in the night. So you could be asleep. Next thing you know, here comes a bomb. Boom. You know. This is why it's never good to look down on people who are less fortunate, because the way this society is going worldwide, a lot of people are going to end up having to fend for themselves. Everything's about to shut down, y'all. You know, these narcissists out here, they're going to be one of the worst people you're going to come across in the midst of this, because they're going to be so desperate that if you see your ex-narcissist and everything's falling apart, you may have to kill this person. Because I'm telling you, they're going to try to bamboozle you, swindle you, take something from you at gunpoint too. You got to get them before they get you. You know what I'm saying? If you can avoid them, avoid them. No, I'm only talking to those who are, you know, standing up against this unrighteousness. It's been going on for far too long, and it's time we have a way where the generations to come have a more peaceful way of life. Some of us don't have kids because maybe it's not time to have kids in this lifetime. Imagine you have a kid now, by maybe 2-3 years old, you got to take them to kindergarten or something. You know, in this kind of system where you got to get double vaccinated, I wouldn't feel comfortable vaccinating my children. I would not feel comfortable doing that. You know, but unfortunately, we live in a society that's so pro democracy They'll ride or die for this shit, man, despite how fucked up it is. And no matter how much you try to open their eyes to see how wicked it is, they'll say, "Whoo, I don't care. I still love it. I still believe in it." Okay? And that's their belief. But it's not the truth. A lot of times, a belief and facts aren't the same. Okay? So, what I'm trying to tell you all is, judgment is here. If you notice the sun is getting hotter, there's been reports of 2 suns in the sky, 2 solar system bodies in the sky. A lot of times you can't see it because it'd be a lot of cloud covers. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm here to tell you all is that judgment is here, y'all. It's here. And it's only a matter of time before it erupts worldwide and the land starts falling apart and starts shifting. Because like I said, every so many years, the tectonic plates, they start shifting the continents around. It's almost as if the Most High is like, okay, I'm tired of America or Canada being in one spot. Let's move it to this spot. But in the process, people die in the process. Okay? There's no way around it. This is all natural. This is how the earth shifts and rotates things around. Okay? So, judgment is here, y'all. Judgment is here. And a lot of these wicked folks, they are doomed. I don't know what's going to happen to them in the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm is, when you talk about the spiritual realm, you're talking about the eternal realm. Every time we go to sleep, we travel to the eternal. And then we come back here. Okay? So, what's going to happen to these wicked folks, especially these narcissists, I'm not sure what's going to happen to them. But I know they have a lot to be accounted for all the things that they have done to humanity. There was a message that came to me last night, and I want to pass this to you guys. You may not be rich in finances, but you are rich in spirit. Who you are, how you love, how you carry yourself, how you take care of humanity. If you ever notice in this life, a lot of people don't have the kind of heart that you do. A lot of people are just cold, man, bitter. And the thing about this world, this society, this world system, because of the oppression, it can make a lot of people bitter if you allow it. But if you know what it is, you understand, okay, this is deeper than physical. This is spiritual. The reason why a lot of people hate us is because we're rich in spirit. It doesn't matter if you don't have anything. They see your spirit, who you are as a person, how you carry yourself. They're jealous of that. All right? You all are rich in spirit. This is what makes you all beautiful people. All right? But I just want to let you know, judgment is coming. And when the lands start being ripped apart and tidal waves start happening and tornadoes start happening all over the place, this is all part of the process of new earth. It has to get worse before it gets better. And unfortunately, not a lot of people is going to survive. But if you stand up with righteousness, all I can say is do not be afraid what might happen to you. Just know that you are eternal. You are beautiful inside and out. And you are children of the Almighty. The universe itself is in you. If you look in the eye, if you look at your eye, you see that black hole, and you look at the universe, the dark vastness, that's to tell you that we're a part of this. We're part of it. We're a part of it. We're all one in a way. Okay? Just that some of us are malevolent and some of us are beautiful inside and out. Okay? But I just want to let y'all know that I love y'all so much. Thank you all for the donations. Shout out to Shanika. Shout out to Queen Anna. Thank you all so much. You all have been so amazing. Shout out to Suzanne. Thank you all so much for sending me information. And continue on day to day on your journey. And know that no matter what happens, you all will be just fine. All right? So I love y'all. Y'all be safe. This is Times with Narcissist Explain. And y'all tune in for more, man. All right? Love y'all.